Igra Jabar. While going towards the ascent, one should scatter flower seeds on the way. There will be peace on the journey of decline. If we plant thorns on the way, we will find thorny bushes on the way back. And the journey back has to be completed in any case. There are countless incidents in our lives which we cannot forget despite our efforts. I am telling you one such unforgettable incident, which I hope you will remember for a long time. The purpose of writing such incidents is that perhaps someone will take advice, and the right to write will be fulfilled. Uncle Yunus was the eldest of 4 siblings. He had studied up to matriculation. The rest of the siblings were illiterate. The people of the village called Uncle Chaudhry. He was quite influential in the area as well. Continued. He was friends with Nazim. His grandfather had 40 acres of land. After the death of his grandmother, he made arrangements with the Patwari and Tehsildar to get his name registered. When the other siblings found out, they started demanding their share of the land. Uncle refused to give the land and said, "Father had transferred the land to my name before he died." The uncle went to him with some elders of the village. They explained it to the uncle a lot. "These are your real siblings. You all get an equal share in your father's land. Give your siblings their share of land. They will also be happy, and Allah will also be pleased." But despite all the efforts, the uncle remained stubborn. Disappointed, he knocked on the door of the court. Or, due to his influence, he even won the court battle. Now he was the sole owner of 40 acres of agricultural land. The uncle had only one son who was studying in the city. He had hired a secretary who kept track of the income. The land was generating a good income. Out of 40 acres of land, 2 acres were uninhabited. There was an old grave here. People believed that a righteous servant of Allah was buried in this grave, or that some invisible creature lived there, which is why Chaudhry Yunus's crop yielded more than others. Life is a test of patience and gratitude. Those who succeed in this test, life is theirs alone. Those who ignore the importance of patience and gratitude fail both in this world and in the hereafter. Greed makes the intellect its slave. Uncle was also greedy for more and more. He thought many times that this uninhabited land should also be inhabited so that it can be made suitable for cultivation. In this way, income will also increase. One day, he informed his secretary Liaquat about his intention. The secretary said, "Okay, Chaudhry Sahib, we will start work in the morning. This land will be leveled in 8 to 10 days. The next day, when the work of leveling the grave land began, the elders of the village came to Uncle and said, 'Do not level this land. A righteous servant of Allah is buried here, or some invisible creature lives. Do not bother them. Allah has given you a lot. If you make them homeless, it will be harmful for you.' They obeyed the elders and stopped the work. At night, an unseen force came to the uncle, seeing which he was afraid. 'Who are you and what do you want?' 'I am no one. What is the point of this?' 'I have come to tell you that your uninhabited and barren land is our habitat. Put the plan you have made to level it out of your mind. If you do not do this, you will suffer a great loss. The income from your lands may also end.' Having said this, he left the room and disappeared from the sight of his uncle, dissolving into thin air. In the morning, his uncle called Munshi to him, told him the incident of the night, and forbade him from leveling the graveland. Time passed, and one day, his uncle had a stroke and became bedridden. Taking care of the land was no longer his job, so his son Haris left his education incomplete and returned to the village. Now he was supervising the land. Like his father, Haris also decided to level the uninhabited land and make it cultivable. In this regard, when he spoke to Munshi, he said, "First talk to the elder Chaudhry. He has forbidden this land from being settled." Haris spoke to his father, and his uncle told him. Invisible creatures live here and also narrated the incident that happened to him. All these ghost stories are lies. They have no connection with reality. We have to settle our land. We are not occupying anyone's land, which will be our loss. If unseen forces or ghosts, etc., live here, they will go and settle somewhere else. Hearing Haris's words, the uncle became worried. He explained a lot to his son, but he did not understand. Munshi also encouraged him. Then as soon as the tractor started working, A black cloud rose from the west, and in no time it engulfed the entire village. Dust and darkness began to spread towards us. Only the mosque was safe from this storm. Then a loud explosion occurred at the gravesite. The tractors that were working fell like dry leaves after eating the scythe. The same was the case with the drivers and the workers. "We will not leave anyone today. We will erase your name and mark. You have ruined our peace and quiet, killed our children, we will kill your generation." These sounds were so terrifying and horrifying that every living soul felt fear. There was a groan and a small doomsday. An unseen force lifted Harris up to the roof and then let him go. He fell on the floor with a thud. He sustained serious injuries. What happened to the muezzin who started the Zuhr call to prayer by saying, "Allahu Akbar"? As soon as he heard the words of the call to prayer, peace came everywhere. The people of the village ran towards the mosque. The courtyard of the mosque was not very wide, so all the people of the village gathered in it. People began to appeal to the imam of the mosque for prayers. The imam of the mosque prayed, "O creation of God, these poor people are not at fault. They earn their living and their children's food by working for Chaudhry. Even today, these people went there to work as laborers. These people were unaware of your settlement. I ask forgiveness for the mistake they have made unknowingly. If possible, forgive Chaudhry Sahib as well. They are all ashamed. They will never go to your settlement in the future." Then suddenly a senior citizen appeared in front of us wearing white clothes. "O children of Adam, we too are the product of the great and the best God, like you. We are creatures lost in ourselves. We do not disturb anyone without reason, nor have we ever done you any harm. Even if we have treated anyone badly, they will come forward. We are ready to suffer punishment. Look into our hearts. Your religion, Islam, teaches peace and tranquility. Tolerance and forbearance are its principles. The straight path is its path. Truth and justice are the passion of faith. The character of Chaudhry Yunus and his son is in front of everyone. The lust for greed has turned them from human to animal. To increase false glory and honor, they have killed their own rights. Make the lives of brothers and sisters a punishment. We have forgiven you. Then do not ever come to our town even if you forget. If you make a mistake again, we will not forgive you. Remember that at this time we are forgiving you people out of fear of God. But we will never forgive Chaudhry Yunus and his son. We will torture them to death and teach them a lesson. They have killed their own dreams. They have destroyed our village. They do not deserve forgiveness. They can only get forgiveness if they return their land to their brothers and sisters and never visit our village again." Everyone bowed their heads and listened to the words of the elder, and everyone was trembling with fear. "Now I am leaving. If Chaudhry Sahib does not listen to us, we will make it a lesson." The elder took a few steps back and then disappeared. The imam of the mosque addressed the people. "We have made a mistake. To rectify this mistake, we will have to beg the same creature again and give charity at the gravesite. We will have to please this creature at all costs. If we do not do this, the entire village will become a pile of ashes." At that time, every servant of the village deposited money according to his status with the imam of the mosque, and in the evening, alms were offered at the gravesite. Uncle Yunus called his siblings there and gave them their share of land. The village began to revive, but Uncle's condition had worsened. It seemed that Uncle's last hour was approaching. When the elders of the village came to visit, they would give him advice. "Chaudhry Sahib, please convince your siblings and apologize to them." Obeying the elders, Uncle called his siblings to him and apologized for what he had done. All the siblings forgave him. Once again, alms were distributed in the jinn's settlement. People were eating the rice from the alms when suddenly, for a moment, everything became clear. The imam of the mosque said, "The jinn have forgiven Chaudhry Sahib from the bottom of their hearts." The next day, Harris admitted his father to a hospital in the city. Now he is slowly recovering. After staying in the hospital for a month, "When I got home, my uncle was now completely recovered.